Hello folks and welcome to Train Fever. I'm going to start out today with a minor apology. And that minor apology is that what you should be seeing here is individually liveried train services operating out of Maryport, as was promised in an earlier episode, where potentially we would be setting up each different line, each different route as a separate rail company. Unfortunately, having spent the best part of 3 hours trying to get it to work, I just couldn't get it to work. Eventually, what happened is I tried it out, but we were just getting no luck in the slightest in terms of being able to get the full train reskinned, and it's partly down to the fact that the Metroliner is a multi-car unit, I guess you call it, so a grouped unit. So what it actually does is this locomotive at the front is the Metroliner part. These other three are standard coaches, but you can only buy it in that one consist. Now, in the last episode, we'd got goods working to such an extent that everything was growing magnificently, and I was talking about setting up speedliners. Let's go find me a depot, and I can probably show you this in a little bit more detail. Okay, here we go. You can tell I've been here a few times. Right. Okay. So look, let's have a look at the Metroliner. As you can see, there's the test one that I was trying to make the failure liner, and it's just not picking the skin up properly. So unfortunately, reskinning is not viable on the US DLC, at least not with the trains that actually make sense to use. Now, I was talking about replacing everything with the Speedliner. Now, let's have a look at the failure liner, as I've called it here. 2.5 million to buy. That's actually no problem at all. But the running costs are 930k a year. Okay, so not insignificant, but a splash in the ocean compared to the 5 million it costs to buy a Speedance, and then 2.26 million a year to keep the thing running. I tried it. And if you can make out the date that we're currently at in the bottom corner, you will see just how long it took me to actually recover from that attempt. We are currently in 2119. I've played forward, 80 years? 70, 80 years? I'd replaced all of my passenger trains with Speedances, and I was hemorrhaging cash like there was no tomorrow. For an extra, what are we talking about here? 39 kilometers an hour. You were near tripling the running costs of the thing, and we weren't filling capacity. It was just a horrific, just a horrific waste of money. So I've switched back to Metroliners, and everything is doing reasonably well. The Claycross side isn't working quite so well for reasons that I think I've explained before, but I might as well show you again while we're in that kind of mood. So if we look at Deal and Claycross, both these routes, both the regular Clay 8 and the reverse, stop at both Deal and Claycross in both directions, which means they're effectively getting double the number of services. Add to that the fact that with only two engines on there, two trains running each route, the turnaround time was like 12 minutes, 13 minutes, so it wasn't maximising passenger demand. So I've stuck 3 Metroliners on each, and they're still losing money, but the actual time it takes to complete the loop is now 10-11 minutes, which is about acceptable. The big news, however, is that look at our goods services here. They are all making cash, and you're going to go, oh yeah, well that's a new one, and you kind of go, yeah, that is a new one. In the interim period while I was building up, I was somewhat relying on, and this is a surprise, goods in order to make a profit. We've got many goods routes set up now. I've even improved the truck-based ones as well to use a similar ethos to the profitable rail version, and that is that every single one of these is now servicing more than one town, and the upshot has been that we're just making cash like no tomorrow. So I don't know if this is this the new one? No, this is the one we set up in the last episode. I've set up another one since then. Another steel line, I think it is. Where is it? It's out here somewhere. Here we go. It's over here. So here we go. Here's our third kind of steel by rail route out near Bishop's Waltham, and that too is making money like no tomorrow. It's churning the goods out. You know, the limit's already up to 200. It's saying that I should deliver more iron, but that will happen organically. I can deliver as much iron as they can kick out. If we go back to the one where we proved out that this was a good way of making cash, we'll see that our steel mill here is now up to a 400 limit. It really is. If we turn the cargo display on, it's smashing cargo out like there's no tomorrow, and that's wonderful. It's you know, it's fueling money if nothing else. I mean, the other thing I've done is awful lot of roads now have been upgraded to run in straight lines and to keep things moving along. Here's our iron ore mine. And as you can see, it is just throwing iron ore out like no tomorrow, and that's terrific. So yeah, I mean, basically we've proved that goods are viable. The one thing that I'm still not doing is delivering goods to the right places. If we look at Clay Cross, which is kind of my main target to expand, we'll turn cargo off for a second. And this is something I've never really looked at, and that's land use. I know, it's been suggested to me in the past, but here we go. So what we're looking for is the blue buildings, and the blue buildings are the ones that really want the cargo delivering in order to fuel their expansion, and I haven't really been paying any attention to that. And equally, internal bus and tram routes need to be hitting different zones. Now, you know, some of these are actually working more by fluke than by judgment. As you can see, you know, we are hitting different areas purely out of the off the back of my having plotted in bus stops everywhere. But there was no real design, no real cause behind it. You know, that's okay. But I think in future we can do an awful lot better. Anyway, it was suggested in comments on the last video that maybe a restart with this new knowledge would be beneficial, and certainly, you know, there's nothing new to discover here. I think if I were going to carry on with this particular playthrough, what I'd probably do is start setting up some long distance straight line routes. In fact, I might do that now. I might do a direct Maryport to Ellesmere. I can afford it, and see if I can make cash by running a properly high speed through that route. The downside is, where do I connect it? Yeah, you see, I mean, look, it's already set up wiggly. I mean, there's not really room for me to stick in another. Or is there? Maybe Ellesmere's the wrong target. Nuneaton, that's a straight shot as well, but the station at Maryport goes that way, so where else could we do? Maryport to Bishop's Waltham. Now, I don't mind a minor wiggle at the end of the line. So we'd be talking about taking a branch off here and then shooting in a straight line all the way over there. Let's have a look. And what the heck, you know, I mean, one thing I want to do before wrapping this up is do a quick, you know, that which I have promised myself all along, a kind of a train spotting experience of sitting just outside Maryport. Okay, right, we want this slope. This slope? How is the slope too high? What the hell are you talking about? There we go. No, slope shouldn't be too high. Give me to ground. Oh, okay. No, it's going directly uphill. Okay. Well, how about going underground? Collision, slope too high. Everything's going wrong. All right, well, let's go. Let's follow this uphill for a bit. We can take the tunnel as well. In fact, that makes this bit of track redundant. Let's, if we were to peel off here, you'd have to get under the bridge. Okay, so we're going to have to go further still. Right, and now let's try and keep. So I think the speed, whatever the hell it's called, it tops out at like 240, I think, and that's where we'd like to. There you go. If I can branch there, is that pointing the right way? Pretty much. Let's do that. Alright, I don't know if this is going to work at all. I don't know if this is a complete waste of time. But hey, I've got 340 million in the bank. So, you know, let's just throw caution to the wind and go in a straight line as much as possible. I think we're off target here. Yeah, you're heading for Holsworthy. Alright, we need to ease round ever so slightly while keeping ourselves at top speed. Where are we? That's close. Okay, which line am I going to merge onto up here? Probably this one. Alright, well, I mean, this is probably going to cause mayhem, but what the heck, you know, it's... this is the I've got an insane amount of cash touchdown dance to kind of wrap up this build. Where do I want to go? Let's look at that. And we're keeping top speed there, so that's all right. We'll take it. We'll take it. We're going to want to start easing this down as well, because that's already, you know, ridiculously high. Actually, I want to ease it down, not plunge. Okay, ease it down some more, and then we need to start thinking about our station approach. And I mean, the only thing that's critical here is that we keep maximum speed on this run. Right. Okay. Where are we merging on to? These two lines here, and I'm pretty sure these have already got point sections set up to switch me just about any way I want to go. Kinda. Okay. Well, you know, it'll either work or it won't. You know, there's only those two options, really. Right, now, where can you come out in such a way that everybody stays cheerful? Well, it seems to enjoy that as a concept. Let's do it. I might need to back it up a little bit, or maybe just delete this bridge. Nobody's really using this bridge. This is right on the outskirts of Maryport. Can we get under there? No, we can't. All right. Well, bulldozer. That's what it's for. There we go. Bet it can get under there now. Well, now that it's not there, yes. And now we just need to find a section of track where we can actually merge on. If we go as far as here, the question is purely whether we've got the space to get this done. I don't want to lose too much speed if I can avoid it. I'll take it there because we're at station approach by that point. Let's get some signals on here. All right. Okay. So let's set up a path. This is fairly novel in the sense that. No, are we doing this? Yes, we are doing this. Okay. So let's go into Grand Central. And then from Grand Central, it's going all the way out here. Where are we going? We're going to wherever this is. Actually, we're not yet. Hold on. We haven't finished the track. It's a minor... Oh, no, we have finished the track. Hey! Okay, right. Route 1, line 1. Was I finished there? No, we weren't finished there. Here we go. And station Bishop's Waltham. Alright. Actually, no, I'm prematurely closing windows here. That's not what we want to do. Right, let's have a look at this route. Now, I don't want it to do that, ideally. I'd like you on the other side. At least going out, because otherwise it's going to be going head to head with the services coming in the opposite direction. So let's get a nice fast junction in here. No, not possible. That's possible. Let's back it up a bit. If I can keep max speed, that would be helpful. Where's the gap in the track? There isn't a gap in the track. Come on, you can get faster than that. Or maybe you can't. Okay, well, that's not bad. Alright, so it's going to come out that way, and then I need to set one in the opposite direction for the exit route. This is the bit of track we ended up not using. Let's get rid of that. Not possible is possible. There we go. There we go. Right, so we shouldn't have too much blocking going on here. I mean, we'll get a little bit. But, you know, it's that's one of those things. Let's stick some signals on there. And we want to stick a release signal on the other side. And we want to stick a signal just before the other side. And then up here to the switch over. We are going to want a release, and we're also going to want a hold, and then one more set up here, and a final one on this bit, which you will need one there. Okay, so basically I'm just, I'm covering all eventualities with regards to actually merging trains on. Actually, I want one more here, don't I? Come on, give me a location. Signal. Let's go. Alright, well that's further away from the junction than I'd prefer, but there you go. Alright, so that might even be overkill in terms of getting it set up. But I'm going to buy one of these ludicrously expensive. We'll just keep it named as line 1 for the moment. But I'm going to buy me a speed dancer. Right, buy a train. That's, where are we? A speed dance, not speed dancer. Right, you, set line. I want you on line 1. There you go, off you go. So, I mean, these are fabulous looking trains. But they are so expensive to run. My goodness me! Yeah, there is no real practical way to make a profit with these guys. So it's heading out of Bishop's Waltham. It's choosing a route that I wouldn't have selected. All right, I'm going to put this into high gear because this is taking a pretty excessive route here. Now, who's it waiting for? Shouldn't be waiting for anyone. Let's put another signal in here. There we go. Let's put so that's a release signal, and as you can see, there's a trainer. It's on the wrong track. You're going to cause mayhem, my friend. Okay, well, let's hope it doesn't snarl up the entire network. I'd even got points to get it onto the right track. Hey, look, it's a pretty magnificent beast, all things told, and you know, that's nice and all, but you're on the wrong side of the. There we go. There we go. And I've considered this, so that was. I'm pretty sure that was deal. If that wasn't deal, I'm confused. But one of the things I've considered to sort out the deal and Clay Cross kind of double hit is to change those lines so that you get a straight pass through in one direction. Now, the only problem with that is going to be the single station at Clay Cross. I won't be doing that again, I'll tell you that. And the problem will come because with half the services passing straight through and half stopping, you're going to end up in a situation where the gap between services is closing constantly, and that's not what we want at all. Once those trains start to bunch up, they're going to create all kinds of scheduling problems where you'll end up with trains pulling into the station in convoy, effectively. And you'll end up just not getting the passenger numbers to even make it worth turning up in the morning. So I might try it as an experiment, but frankly, I'd rather leave that alone. Right, come on, Sunshine. Where are you up to? You have taken a route that I wouldn't have recommended. I would have suggested you went out through Maryport and did that as your first stop, but you know, you're the boss. What are we doing? 200 kilometers an hour. I tell you, the game looks really terrific running at this speed as well. The only downside you get is that every, 30 seconds to a minute, you hit either month end or year end, and you get a slowdown as a result, which is not ideal. But in the interim, you get to watch these guys just tearing along the landscape. In fact, it would be nice if there were an option to stop the free-floating pop-up of expenses every month, because that would keep the game moving much faster. I don't know. There you go. See, it went just there. But every month, basically, everything that you're paying maintenance on floats the red value of how much it cost you, and the upshot is that it slows the game down. Pain in the bum, but what can you do? Right, come on, you're going to make your first heroic run. And then we can wrap things up. Equally, if we look at the speed that this thing is doing while we're going along here, I mean, firstly, its acceleration isn't all that, but also the way that I've put this track together, it has so many speed up and slow down kind of points in there. There's a lot of corners going on that are not the height of efficiency. Right, we've got 22 passengers waiting for us already. It took us that long to get in motion. But anyway, here we go. Right, so we should flick over the other side. We don't need to go at top speed now. I think we can slow down a touch. So we're hitting 110. We're still accelerating despite going uphill quite aggressively. That's nice. It would be, but I mean, our goal is to hit top speed here, and that I've chosen two stations that are relatively far apart should help with that. 150. Come on, son, put your foot down. My intention, as you can probably tell by the fact that I've chosen a bit of single track here, is that this is going to be the only train operating on this route. I don't want to expand this build anymore. It's already running quite sluggishly. Let's choose a good angle with which to view this thing going across the bridge. There isn't really a good angle. I don't like these box bridges. Don't get me wrong, as a novelty they're okay. Where are we up to? 230. Okay, right. Well, it's getting close to its speed limit. And then we're slowing down again because obviously we're coming up to the junction. So I guess that's moderately successful. Moderately successful. Okay, right. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. Again, I apologise profusely to those who I had promised a bespoke line to. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it was a technical nuance that left me get your teeth in, man. Unable to fulfil that promise. And in the next playthrough, I think I'll target a means of actually pulling that off, because I think it will look pretty spectacular. All told, there you go, 400 grand, another 23 passengers pile on, and we're off and away. Okay, so the next episode will be the final one in this series. Next one is the final one. It should be good. I mean, we'll do a bit of train spotting, and oh, nuts! How did you get through the signal? That should not have been possible, because there's a signal there. Look, you're not supposed to have signals there. You know that. Oh, that's clearly a legacy signal. All right, okay, right. What we're going to have to do here is we're going to stop this. We're going to turn it around. Off you go. And then I need you to go out the other side of the state. In fact, we're going to have to do the same with this one. Right, stop it. Back it up. And run. Now you clear off back to Wallingford. Right, you stop. Stop there. You keep going. Now, if you're going to Wallingford, you are going the wrong way. Oh, no, there we go. There you are. Right. You've got 81 passengers who are hoping to get to Maryport. They were getting their luggage out and ready to rumble, and then let's get rid of that. Right, stop that train, and then turn it around again. Reverse it. Meanwhile, you reverse it. Off you trot. Come on, to me. Get out of here. Right, okay, so yes, that was an errant signal causing the problem there. Now, where is this chap? He's here. Yeah, he's still there. Right, okay, let's put some signals up for him. Right, and then you should be able to go. Run it. You're waiting for a free path. That's fine. You should be exiting the station. That's also fine. Yes, good. Right, what was I saying? Oh, something exciting about the last episode. So the last episode will be the next one, and what we will endeavour to do is do a nice wrap up. We'll revisit some old friends. We'll ride along a bit. We'll do some train spotting. I'll show you some numbers. We'll look at the size of the different towns that we've got, and we'll talk about what's going to happen in Series 3. I'd planned to take a break before Series 3, but I guess that's not a thing, because I'm itching to go again. Anyway, thanks very much for watching today. Please do leave a comment. I'm going to record the next episode immediately, so I won't be able to act on your comments particularly. Maybe this is an oversight on my part. Shall I wait? Yeah, I'm going to wait for your comments, and then I'll record the episode after you've got some comments in. So if there's something you would like to see, let me know. Let me know what you want to see in the final episode of this series, and I shall catch up with you very soon. I want to finish off on it. There we go, on a speed dance shot. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Catch you very soon. Cheerio. Listen.